When I saw the reef break the first time, I decided I had to get out there somehow. When it gets to the point where Nelscott Reef is breaking, trying to get out there from the beach is almost impossible. But I got a Zodiac with the intention of getting out to Nelscott Reef in mid-95. Although it only had a 35 horse, I thought it might be enough to get out the river mouth to get out there. I knew there's no way we're going to paddle out there. We weren't going to be able to just indiscriminately go whenever we wanted to. You had to wait for your break in the sets and look for the seam and hit it. And I thought I saw a seam, and Jason's going, "John, I think that's it. It's not meant to be. We're not going to get out." And I said, "No, I see a seam." And I started heading for the seam, and he goes, "No, don't go." And I go, "No, man, I see it." And I just gave it all the 35 horses, and I hit it, and I just barely got through this seam, and we actually got outside. It was unbelievable. Anchored the boat probably a couple hundred yards north of where I thought the peak was breaking. We unpacked the boards and started paddling over. The first wave that approached, when I got close to it over there, it like blocked out the sun, and I just going, "Wait a second, this is pretty big time." Over the years, I'd tried to recruit people to come up and help pioneer this wave with me. And stopped in Treeline a couple of times and talked to Peter Mell about coming up.
1995, John Forrest comes into our shop, Freeline Design, and has a video in hand of a reef. And that was about, I had been surfing Mavericks for a good 3 or 4 years at that point, and he had this idea that there's this wave up there in Oregon that resembles Mavericks and can get bigger than Mavericks at times.
Reaction? Real?
Real.
We have such small windows of opportunity here. This is it. You guys hit it. Oh, South Reef. Big slabs. What do you think, boys?
Trying to figure it all out.
Yeah. Just trying to find the hole.
That was bigger than any wave I took. To be honest with you, I felt pretty empowered by taking a beating at that size.
After Adam and Peter showed all that was possible on a world-class big wave, I decided it was time to enlist the help of the casino to help back us to sponsor a contest on Nelscott Reef and showcase this wave. Word spread quickly and had a lot of inquiries from big wave surfers all over the world. Everything just kind of snowballed from there, and it all came together on the practice session.
clean this with a fist, cause I'm clenched. Drenched in blood, the pen is cement, swank. Can I get a what, or a hoo-hoo? Pull the strap, I'm like a through. Check what I do, only you can feel the unrealness inside of them, even side on this fit. Mirage out with, realistic with. Watching it from all, watching it with. Oh, spitting until I split my lip. Feeling the skin red, pain hits harder than an iron fist. Battleless wiggle and battleless spirits, lifting up the shoot like stuff back from the habitat with the Nash roach. Cause I'm a soldier, y'all need a role model overcoat. I don't mean to boast, I don't mean to complain. When I'm in range, all the muscle is ruthless. Get up in my solid stance. In a room full of pictures, cause I won't wanna dance. Trance me with a dope face, don't look. Only often as I know the shorty is probably dope hook. What do you expect? Nothing less running down through one of these sack clowns. But after all, burn my fast. And that's the way it is, and way it's gonna be. What can I say? I guess it's selfless community.
Today looks good. It's 12 feet at 16 seconds, which is almost identical to yesterday, and east winds all day long. So,
I mean, it's a high performance wave, and it really allows you to really put the pedal to the metal, because you have this sense of getting away with things out there, because you're not risking your life so quickly like we do in other spots that we surf.
Mavericks is like treacherous in all regards, and it looked surfable in all regards.
Where are you from?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz.
It was a bit late, but I was never on time in school either.
How does the Nelscott Reef wave compare to other big waves out there?
Awesome. It's a great wave. World class and better. We got out yesterday for a long time, so we're just gonna basically do what we did yesterday. Tons of potential.
You know, it's a boardwalk ride, you know. We're surfing spots like Ghost Tree, we're always focused on the rocks, and here we're focused on actually the lip throwing out in front of us. So you're always looking down the line, but you're always looking for that opportunity to cut back and find that power pocket, and that's what's cool about this wave.
How'd it go this morning?
Oh, it's fun. Had a good time.
The wave? Tell me about the wave.
got 2 bombs and 2 decent ones.
I was driving my brother Jake, and yeah, he got a bunch of waves. He did good. He did real good. So we're stoked. We're having fun no matter what. So we do this regardless.
Fun stuff, actually. Not too bad. It's fun. Josh did really well. Stoked. Mike Brummett got a bunch of good ones. Everybody got some good waves.
There's definitely a couple pretty good sets, so looked like everybody got a couple good ones.
Morning, where are you from?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. What's your game plan when you get out there?
Go out and get the biggest, gnarliest wave I can find and track it.
Right there, he just done at 8:40, but at 8:35 they'll blow 2 horns and put up a red flag.
And then their
It's 5
second
minutes
guy
left.
goes later. Their second guy goes
that's right.
later.
That's
Okay.
it. You got it.
All right.
Go get him, Tiger.
Thanks, brother.
You bet.
Yeah, I'm really smiling right now. My boat's not starting, so because you can imagine, that's a lot to smile about. Yeah, that's the sound of happiness right there. Leave it on.
Tyler Fox. How old are you? 24. It wasn't all that big, but you know, with the conditions, it made up for the size, you know, because it was so glassy, so sun was out, you know. It was just amazing conditions and fun waves. So. When you're out there, it's like you do things on spur of the moment, you know. It's like split decision stuff, you know. It's like you want this one, go, you know. It's you don't really take too much thought into it, or else you could pass up a good wave, you know. We're really looking out for each other, which is, I think, the first and foremost good thing about tow surfing. You know, you guys got to be really looking out for your safety, you know. And I don't want someone driving me who's just, you know, crazy, just going first, you know, just whatever. You know, I want someone who's looking out after me, you know.
Fine out there.
Yeah, good waves?
Yeah, a couple good waves. A couple bombs came in.
Nice.
15 feet maybe, the biggest ones. Facey. Yeah, it was fun.
How'd it go out there?
It's nice. It's good fun.
Yeah, that's good. Where are you from?
I'm from France.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Davey got me in a pretty sick left though. I think these guys are going right. Oh well, man, I'm taking this wave, man. Got his backdoor left. It was pretty sick. Definitely. No, it's a fun spot. We'll be back for sure. No doubt. We're stoked to be here. 20 hours on the road, man, to get here.
Should have been better, wore some kind of cashmere sweater. I said no way, no. Drove me a Cadillac, 100 women in the back. I said no way.
They were about 20, some 30-foot faces. It was high performance though. It was fun, a lot of fun. A well-run event, and everybody had a good time.
I think that it's absolutely paramount for the folks that are tow surfing to have the absolute utmost respect for the guys that are paddling in. I mean, the hands down rule is if somebody's paddling in, I don't care if it's one person, you don't tow. Because first of all, it's dangerous and it's just not right. It's, you know, you wait or you go to a spot, there's plenty of spots offshore that the paddle guys don't even want to have anything to do with.
During the contest, the reef maybe wasn't as big as it gets. It was super, super good, glassy, clean, organized sets, but maybe not as big as it could have been. But even how it was just more than I'd ever expected in a couple of days of surfing. Best couple of days of surfing in a long time.
You know, basically go for inside waves if it wasn't going to risk losing our priority. You know, kind of work off our priority, keeping that, you know, most valuable. When we're like third, fourth priority, we didn't have a lot to gain, right? So if somebody let one slip through, we'd grab it.
I guess any wave could be a paddle-in wave. If you want to take a boat out there and you want to sit out there and you want to take 20 or 30 waves on the head, or you want to just be completely missing the whole bowl. You know, you don't hop on a bicycle and jump on a freeway. You know, and that's my point, is that this is a tow wave. I don't see it being a paddle wave at all.
How'd it go up there?
It's fun.
Yeah?
It's kind of like playing a guitar. Everybody has a different style of playing, and they like a certain kind of guitar. I think what I saw, you know, in the best guys here was that their confidence level. The guys are getting way more confident in bigger surf now, and they're going for things that, you know, just maybe a year or two ago people weren't going for. You know, just big carving, cutbacks, and fades, and stuff. And I think next, you know, a lot of the guys are going to start trying to bring it up vertical and stuff. So pretty exciting. Yeah, the younger guys, definitely. I mean, they're getting so much speed now, and they're trying it. You know, they're going up there and throwing it up there. So I think it's just a matter of time before they're going to be doing amazing things. You know, probably, you know, full circles and airs, sure.
Tow surfing's an awesome opportunity for people who've been paddle surfing into huge waves to see what they can do beyond what a paddleboard will allow them to do. But at the same time, everyone who's tow surfing now and everybody who's considering tow surfing has to recognize that we're on unstable ground and the future's uncertain. And if we don't move forward into the future cautiously and carefully and respectfully, it's all going to be gone.
When you're driving, you're thinking, okay, you're thinking almost yourself on the wave. You know, you're driving and you're going, okay, this is what I want to do. You know, I'm going along and I'm going, okay, that's what I want to do. And and then he's going left and I'm going, I was going right. You know, I'm going right in my mind, you know, so. I didn't have any wipeouts. Shane straightened out on a good one and he got pretty smashed. So he usually takes the cake.
My biggest inspiration for big wave surfing comes from at home in Santa Cruz. Guys like Vince Collier, Richard Schmidt, Charlie Hyven, Tom Powers. Guys that were doing it before there was any publicity related to big wave surfing. These guys were just doing it because that's the part of surfing they were attracted to. And I could see why it was such a cool part of surfing and just stoked to make the wave, you know. So we became stoked just on surfing, my brother and I. To be able to surf with my brother Jake is just awesome.
What happens up here, and a lot of big surf happens up here. So I mean, could you imagine the conditions that we had during this contest being 50 to 60 feet? You know, it's going to be in the league with everything else. So the potential is unlimited.
It's our Most Valuable Driver Award, and we're going to ask all of the contestants to hand out the award.
The only reason they're doing this is they feel sorry for me. I'm the oldest guy here. Appreciate the camaraderie you guys throwing my way. But I think I can speak for all these guys in that we are so happy that you guys invited us to come to your place and see what a special place it is and to surf these waves. The aloha and the hospitality that has been shown in the last couple of days is really beyond words. And we're just going to remember this trip for the rest of our life. And it wasn't about, you know, the money here, how much it although that's cool, you know, big wave riders do have egos, okay? But just the experience of coming up here to the Pacific Northwest, and it's like kind of how it used to be back where we lived when I was growing up. There was salmon in the rivers and there's wildlife.
Second place, Shane Desmond and Tyler Fox.
Richard Schmidt said it really good. And first of all, it should be acknowledged, most of the guys from Santa Cruz wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Richard Schmidt. He's all of our idols, all of our inspirations, and we'll always be stoked to surf with him. We're so stoked to come here. I've done a pile of surf trips in my life, but this was the best one. Hey, no, but the hospitality of Lincoln City and Oregon, we're blown away. The wave is insane, and that's all I can say. Thank you.
Test. I just want to say thank you very much. Thanks mainly to John for making this happen. That's all. Bottom line is none of us really knew what this meant, and the fact that it turned into something that could include all of us is just a really great thing. Thank you, John, for having us, and can't wait to come back next year.
So I think the contest showed itself that it was worthy of the world-class talent that showed up for it. And we're making this an annual event. It was a resounding success. The community embraced it. All the surfers that were there are just jazzed. They all said they'd have come for nothing. It was one of the best trips of their lives, whether they were in a contest or not. So that's it. This is the first of many to come.
Brian. Nice to meet you too. So are you a big surf fan?
Yeah, huge.
You know all these guys that are here?
I do.
I hope that when guys come to Oregon to tow surf in the future, they do it respectfully and they do it in a way that acknowledges that there are impacts that we're generating, and we try to minimize those impacts. We do that on an environmental level, we do that on a social level. So we're not out there just yahooing around, but we're respecting everything that's part of the sport.